What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Lime Stream. Sorry about these technical difficulties we're having, but you know what it is. It's everybody's favorite Sour Hour with your favorite host, Scott Lalime, spelt Lalime. I'm sitting down with Slick Floyd this week. We're just going to wait on him to join. He had to upgrade the app. It's all upgraded now, so we're going to get this shit rolling. Get it popping right now. Yes, there we go. Going live with them.
How we do?
Hey, there we go. Now we got it.
How we do? Sorry about the technical difficulties.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Shit happens.
It happens, yeah. Gotta stay updated.
For sure. Well, welcome to the live stream, man. What we do here is we talk music knowledge and nonsense for about an hour. Every 3 questions, we like to dive into the questions the comments have.
Go.
How I like to start everything off is basically just getting a basic background knowledge on yourself, like where you're from and how this all started for you.
Yeah, man. I grew up, born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. Started out back when I was like 16. I got into making like rap and hip hop beats on Fruity Loops and all that. And then once I turned 18 or so, got, reintroduced back into EDM, house music in specific, kind of fell back in love with it and started going that way,
For sure.
Yeah.
And, were you rapping at all when you made those hip hop beats?
So, yeah, of course I was. I wanted to be the next Eminem or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I was definitely rapping, and back then, like, before knowledge of licensing and all that other shit, my whole thing was like, I would just sell the same fucking beat to the same shitty rappers and then just make my money back in high school. And that's basically how I went about that. When it came to rapping and stuff like that, I didn't really show too many people.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that. I asked that because I rap myself. So
do you?
Yeah, I freestyle. I do like some boom bap shit here and there when I'm outside of it.
Yeah, man, dude, it's a good creative flow. I definitely love writing. I can definitely write, but as far as rapping, that ain't my cup of tea. I like to rap in guitar though. I'll rap along, you know what I mean?
For sure, I feel you. Yeah. Well, did you ever take any like music courses in school, in college, or?
Yeah, man. So I a little bit of music theory knowledge. I took like electronic piano when I was, going through elementary school. And then I played sports, kind of got back into music and just the, passion that I once had for it. And then went to PVCC to learn a little bit about just how to run a studio. And then I went to Scottsdale Community College once I decided that I wanted to start DJing because they offered like DJ classes there.
Oh, nice.
They're actually the first in the country, Scottsdale Community College. Shout out Ruthless Ramsey. Shout out DJ Ascension.
Hey.
First one in the country to offer a degree in DJ techniques. And I thought that was something really cool. I didn't end up getting it.
That is actually really cool.
Yeah. I thought it was super sick. I didn't end up getting a degree with it. I only stayed like a semester or two, but I just got my basic knowledge and then just ran with it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, I think that's a pretty good like start to your background there. I'm gonna dive into our first Lime time. Let's get the questions popping. I see only 3 people in right now, but we'll get some more later.
Yep.
All the friends, get those questions in the question box blowing up right now. Let's see the L's in the chat for Slick Floyd, by the way. I'm gonna take a hit of this bowl. I don't know if you're toking anything right now.
Oh yeah, I'm actually about to roll one up.
Hey.
About to roll one up.
I got
the weed for the weed smokers.
Stream, what live times are is the Puffco. Ooh.
Yeah, I got the
but
pro.
if you guys are new to it, the Lime times, what we do is we like to get all the friends in the comments. If you have any questions for myself or Slick Floyd here, go ahead and slap them into that question box right now.
Send us some questions.
Yeah, we want to answer your questions. Let's see if we got any. I don't see any there right now, but I know you're a Pokemon fanatic, man. What's your favorite Pokemon?
For years, man, it's been Lucario, I would say, just because like he was always so like mellow, but had so much power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just his design stuck out to me. Yeah, I would definitely say Lucario from 4th gen.
Lucario. Nice.
Yeah. What about you?
Dude, I'm just a Snorlax fan, dude. Honestly,
Old school.
old school's fun. Yeah.
Snorlax is the shit.
Yeah, always, man. It's been my number one. I read up on your Instagram, man. You also say you're a Guitar Hero enthusiast.
Yep.
What's your favorite song? And are you what difficulty?
From the 3rd Guitar Hero, Legends of Rock, which is my favorite Guitar Hero game. Probably 3s and 7s by Queens of Stone Age, or Black Magic Woman by Santana.
Black Magic Woman by Santana.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
I would say those are 2.
Fuck. It's been a while since I played Guitar Hero, so I don't even know. Shit, dude, that Santana song is fire. I'm not gonna lie. So
anything Santana. So
It's
back when
always
I first
classic,
started DJing, I used to keep Maria Maria by Santana just loaded like in all my playlists, just in case I ever messed up. I just go straight to Maria Maria and just belch out Maria Maria. You remind me of a West Side Story.
Yeah. Hey, hello to everybody who just joined. Just letting you guys know, we are in a lime time. If you have any questions for myself or Slick here, go ahead and slap them in that box downstairs.
Shoot us some questions. Invite your friends.
Yeah, invite your friends. Let's get this popping. Like I just said to the people who just joined, slap those questions in the box. We want to know what you want to know.
Ask me something juicy.
Yeah.
What you want to know?
What other genres of music have really inspired you other than just like rap music?
So, as far as rap music, you said?
Like, no, not even as far as rap. Like other than rap music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've been getting in a lot of like drum and bass lately. Just not only playing it but producing it. My buddy Silent J has got me really into like some, heavy psytrance. I'm honestly like, I might be a house DJ and all that, but I'm a really big fan of a really well like put together set. Doesn't matter if it's bass music, doesn't matter if it's even dubstep. If there's thought behind it, and I know that they're putting their all into it, they're telling a story with it, I feel inspired. And it doesn't even have to be a DJ. Back in the day, a lot of it for me was rap artists, and I've always just fed off the energy. First and foremost, when it came to artists, like one of my favorite artists right now is Travis Scott, just because of what he brings to the stage every time is just electrifying. It's it's something else, and yeah, that's definitely something that I always feel inspiration from. So I was working a country show a couple of years ago, and I just remembered at one point I just stopped writing my tracks and just started bawling, crying, because it was just so impactful, it was so inspirational. So I pull inspiration from anywhere I can when it comes to music, man. It doesn't have to be any specific genre.
Yeah, you
but
just have a very broad look at it for sure.
Yeah. Got to be able to pull the beauty out of anything, right? And for me, I mean, house, you're always gonna find a fucking beautiful vibe at a house show. But
yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah.
I feel that 100%. Like, there's no other type of vibe than the vibe at a house show. Like, honestly, I've been to plenty of concerts and no other vibe like you get at the house shows. But
dude, you're just gonna meet the craziest characters, like,
yeah,
most relaxed people. You know what I mean? There ain't nobody's trying to be up in your grill. Everybody's just trying to groove.
For sure, yeah. And like on the topic of inspirations, I want to kind of like digress and talk more about like the inspirations behind that track "Losing You." I checked that
Yeah.
one out on your SoundCloud. Um, you said that you pull from a bunch of different genres. Let's go ahead and talk about like the process of making that song.
So I made that song when I was out in Chicago a couple summers ago. I was just in a low spot and felt like I needed to get something out there for myself. And yeah, the track came together after I got done working in probably about like a couple hours, and I just remember feeling like so proud about it. And that was like the first track that I paid money for mixing and mastering, and paid money for like for an album art and stuff like that. And like I said, it was just something that I felt like I needed to get out, just to have that first track out there. But I definitely have a lot more in the mix, in private tracks on SoundCloud, that type of shit. Just
Yeah, for sure.
constantly working. My sound has definitely progressed from that track. But shout out to Eric Haas from Wash, for and his services for helping me out with that track. And yeah, man, that was it was a cool feeling to finally play my own song live for the first time.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely tight. And like, let's just roll right into the next one.
Okay.
I believe you have a remix out. It's Monsters by Tribe and Moteo. What was the process of making a remix? Let's really put that in. What kind of inspirations go into that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Making a
remix,
you know what I mean?
Making a remix can be difficult. One of my favorite ways of looking at it is what Deadmau5 said a long time ago, is like anybody can take a track and slap a 4x4 kick drum on it and call it a remix. But to really be able to break a song down and in its elements, and to make a completely different song out of it is something special. And I'll tell you one thing right now, I did not break that track down and make something special out of it. I just slapped a 4x4 kick drum on it. They called it a remix, and Tribe loved it.
It's like, you want to know the process? That's the process.
That's the process, but do what you want.
Hey, man, I love the honesty. We're here for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You said that you started with hip hop music, and like producing hip hop beats. When again did you really start noticing you wanted to make house music?
So I remember my buddies like talking about the festivals and the DJs that they would go see, and the Tiestos and the Martin Garrix and all of that. And I just remember one specific name sticking out to me, which was Chami. And I went home and looked Chami up on SoundCloud, and I just remember like feeling, what the fuck had just happened to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, it spoke to my soul in a different way. And I just remember like from that point on, it was like all my rap projects were put on hold, and now I'm trying to figure out how to make this weird computer music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. I feel that.
So Chami and the soulfulness of his tracks definitely stuck out to me. And then from there, I just went down the rabbit hole, man. It didn't take me long before I was like a raver. And so I started like DJing and trying to be a part of it.
Pretty quick transition.
Yeah.
What about producing hip hop itself really helped you along the way with house music?
So producing hip hop is a lot different in the sense of, for me at least, because I was very sample based. I liked like the Kanye style of production, or like even better, Tribe Called Quest, where they just sampled the shit out of old records and then flipped it and then stacked other samples on top of it and then threw a drum break from an old. What's that?
Call them old school bootlegs.
Yeah. That was really what inspired me at first. And then what I liked about getting from that into house music, it was trying to get as natural of a sound, like that sample crisp with the house music as well. But making rap is a different game. It's mostly just hi-hats and
not
808 bass lines.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, well, honestly, we're gonna slap right into another Lime Time now.
Let's go.
I see some more friends in the comments now, so let's get those questions in the question box.
Yeah, get some questions down there.
Yeah, come on, guys. What do you want to know about myself or the man Slick here? Are you rolling a wood there, my man?
No, this is a Dutchie.
Dutchie. Hey, I fuck with Dutchies.
Yeah, they burn nice. They burn nice. I want an
Grace
Optimo.
right here wants to know first place you played. If you also, guys, if you have questions, you could put them right in that question box. Sometimes it's harder to read them in the comments. Sorry if you guys did ask a question in the comments and I didn't see it. Go ahead and put it in the question box. But Grace wants to know, first place you ever played.
So the first place I ever played in front of people was at this shitty little warehouse down in Phoenix. It was like thrown together at the last second, and I like opened or something like that. But it was in this like small little warehouse that we basically.
Sorry, you cut out right there.
Yeah, my mom's calling.
Oh no, you're good.
I'm heading to Mexico tomorrow, so she's excited to see me.
Hell yeah, that sounds tight. I've never been to Mexico.
You haven't?
Nah, not once. I've never been outside of the country, my guy.
Damn.
I've never been to Disneyland. Shit.
We need to make a trip.
Yeah, for real. We
make a trip.
Get a huge squad together.
We get Lance to come with us.
Yeah, Scrubs too. Scrubs, you're invited.
Yeah, and Lucas for sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, Grace, to answer your question, it was in a small warehouse down in Phoenix. Like my second time ever touching a controller. All I gotta say is believe in yourself. Fuck what anybody has to say negative about you. Do whatever you gotta do to get where you want to go.
Yes, sir. You heard it right. Couldn't have said it better myself. She also wants to know best/worst moment. It's kind of a broad question, but I'm pretty sure she's meaning as in like moments on stage.
Yeah. One of my best moments was probably Gem and Jam, early 2020, pre-COVID, when I went back to back with Cody Black. That or playing the DJ competition for Phoenix Lights with Jur and Good Time Jimmy. Or not Good Time Jimmy. I forgot his name. But anyways, those were probably the best times. The worst time, I actually was supposed to open up for Sudden Death down in Tucson once, right, at a frat house. And the promoter was this hothead frat dude, came up and he's like, "Are you playing dubstep, blah, blah, blah?" And I'm like, yeah, just leave me alone, knowing damn well I'm playing house music. And after I put my USB in and I loaded up my first song, he like ripped out my USB and like screwed it up. And yeah, I was pretty disappointed after that. I had to sleep that one off because I hold myself back. But yeah, that was probably the worst because that would be the biggest name that I've opened up for sure at this point.
Yeah, that's super whack for sure. You kind of touched base there a little bit about that Cody Black back to back. It's actually one of my questions I have written down. I kind of want to know what that was like, what kind of energy was going on that stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't get to catch it, dude, but how was it?
It was pretty incredible, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, me and Cody have very different styles. He kind of reminds me of my like favorite stepdad.
I feel you, yeah.
Whereas I'm like a little bit more of like your least favorite stepchild, and
or just like your favorite uncle, honestly.
or your favorite uncle. Yeah. But when we're together, man, like we just have so much love and so much respect for each other that we could be able to feed off of each other without question, without practice, anything like that. And that's exactly how it was. It was amazing to see both of our crowds like come together and come out so early, because we played early in the day. Realistically, like I had to go and give the sound guy a spliff just in hopes that he turned the sound up for us a little bit, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So it just all worked out together so well. Like February, that day was probably one of the best days of my life. Like not only did I get to play with Cody, but later that night after Mikey Lyons set, he like invited us backstage and we got to drink and shoot it up with him and Marbs, and it was fucking tight.
That's tight as fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Because our hard boys are really sick, honestly.
Yeah, they're beauties.
But yeah, other than that, let's talk about that process of that competition. What's it like being in one, and how'd that go for you?
So, what it was like being in it was, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's stressful. There's always that thought of like not knowing when it comes to stuff like that. Not, whatever the case is, not knowing if you're not good enough, not knowing if your set's not gonna be right, not, not knowing if the crowd's gonna like it. But I remember that night, like I probably had the most experience on stage out of anybody, and knowing that and seeing everybody else's energy, I was able to kind of like keep myself calm, as well as try and keep a grounding energy for everybody else. And I made it as a not as a finalist, but as a alternative, and so like there was a possibility that I wasn't even going to play at all. But I was just happy to get my 15 minutes, and I took absolute full advantage of that. Like I got really good feedback from the judges and afterwards, and I went out and I rocked it. I got enough people there to in order to win, and I was able to capture the crowd for 15 minutes, and it was a pretty incredible feeling. It was also really cool to see Jer do his thing. I remember Jer when he was coming to me, like asking me, should I DJ? Do you think I'm good enough? Blah, 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 this and that. And I always told him, like, just believe in you, man. And it was really cool to see him up there as well, because it's like a reflection thing. I get to see myself and his process as well.
Exactly, yeah.
But the process of getting picked, you got to put yourself out there and you got to take a risk.
Kind of have to understand that there's that big chance that it might not happen. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and you just got to put it all on the line, like regardless. Like, and that was just my mentality with it. I even think I was gonna play, but I still sold as many tickets as I needed to, just to get a fucking chance. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
So, just the whole process, it was fun. It was exciting. It was stressful. All of the above. It was a great process. But to see Jimmy win at the end, that was really cool. I was really happy for him. To see Jer get second place, that was like hell yeah, bro. You know what I mean? So I was really just happy for everybody else while being happy for myself.
Exactly. Yeah. With that being said, let's slip into another Lime Time.
Okay.
We're actually kind of jamming through these questions quite quick. I see 2 questions already in the question box. Let's get those questions rolling. Also, I want to give another.
Yeah, I see people are asking questions in the comments, but we gotta get
really?
a question box. Yeah.
Cool. I'll just scroll up, honestly.
I've seen a couple.
Oh yeah, Slick. Where you find that sick bathrobe, dude?
Dude, this ain't even a bathrobe.
I know. It looks like a hoodie, bro. It's fire. What are you talking about?
Forever 21.
Forever 21. Fire. What part of Mexico are you going to?
Puerta Vallarta. Vallarta.
Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta. It's down like, it's only like 2 hour flight from here.
2 hours.
It's like if you look at California, it's just like right over here.
Okay. Oh yeah. What's your
But
favorite?
my parents moved down there right before Christmas, so I got to go spend Christmas with them. And then it's my mom's birthday.
Oh yeah! Happy birthday to your mom, man.
Yeah, happy birthday to my mom. Thank you. Yeah, so we're gonna go see her and go hang out with my little bro.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite venue to play at? Gestalt Theory wants to know.
Shady Park.
Shady Park.
Easy.
I know it. Here we got some more in here. Best strand, LOL.
Strain?
I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Best strain of weed.
Strand.
But it says strand.
Like a strand of hair? I'd say mine.
I'll show you my
best
strain hair right here, Doug.
I'm a big cookies fan. I like Girl Scout cookies. Anything cookies, Thin Mints. I had best weed I ever smoked was out in Seattle, and it was called Pink Cookies, and it was cherry pie with Girl Scout cookies, and it was like the shit was literally pink and 28% and fucking ridiculous. This is the best weed I ever smoked.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. Do-si-dos is one of my favorite strains. No lie.
Do-si-dos is another one.
Yeah.
It's the smell for me, man. The smell just reminds me of home.
Exactly. Where do you keep getting these fresh shades? I want them. Dude, I get mine thrift stores.
Yeah, are you talking about you? You
No,
got the shades, bro.
We both got shades, bro.
We both got the shades, you're right. These are just PacSun. I got these because they're polarized and they help me not get the sun in my eyes.
They're Ray-Bans.
Yeah, they're super tight. Super tight.
What'd I say?
You said PacSun.
Oh, they're PacSun. Ray-Bans. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, the PacSun. I was going to say, I didn't know.
The PacSun. They're the exclusives.
I was like, I'm going to have to go get those. Yeah, those Ray-Bans are fire, bro.
Thank you. I like the square. I thought the square.
Yeah, the square look is definitely gas for sure.
It's different from my circle look.
Mo Raven wants to know, when are you taking me to Mexico?
Mo Raven. Shit, let's go. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Come with.
Hop on.
Bill here wants to know, favorite tattoo.
Oh, my one and only.
Let's see it. Nice.
I was kind of supposed to be like that.
Very nice.
The highball with the smoke around it. Shout out to Bill, my boy out in Illinois. I appreciate you, boy.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Bill.
Yeah, he was my tattoo artist when I worked out in Chicago a couple of summers ago. He was the guy I went to right before I left. It's my one and only tattoo. And after I got that, I was like, all right, like now I want to get one in like different cities. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But still be able to tell a story through it all.
Hell yeah. Well, you talked a little bit about playing at Shady. Talk more about it, man. Let's hear about that energy. What kind of connections have you made just from playing at Shady?
Connections. Dude, the energy alone at Shady Park can easily spark at any given moment. Honestly, it's almost undescribable in a lot of ways. The intimacy for me there, and also just the community, like not everybody, but 98% of the people that go to Shady Park have been to a show before. They know how things go there. They know the general vibe. They know, not to mess with people and stuff like that. And that's what I really appreciate. In all honesty, just respectful party goers and those that are just, they appreciate the same type of music. They appreciate the same type of energy. And that's what keeps me going back to Shady for sure. The connections, like I haven't had as many people come up to me after, or like even during somebody else's show and be like, "Are you Slick Floyd?" And to me, it's like, "No, I'm Connor." Wait, yeah, I am Slick Floyd. But like, it's such a cool feeling, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would have never seen you, or like, I don't recognize you, but you recognize me. Like, let's connect, type of thing. And people don't feel as scared. People don't feel as scared. I feel like there to come up and say what's up to a DJ that they like, you know, and it's not as intimidating. It's not like, you know, you're up here and the rest of the crowd's down here type of thing. Like, you're all pretty much on level ground, and the only thing separating us is a thin rope, but the intimacy is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then
they're not even like connections. Like, I've made plenty of friends just from going to Shady Park. You know what I mean?
Yeah, straight up. Like, they're very involved, man. Like, before COVID, or even like a little bit during, they try to do like Mario Kart nights there, which I definitely tried to support as much as possible. You know, they would do comedy stuff there. Shady Park was just, you know, great ramen. Obviously, like, we haven't even touched on the ramen. Like, you know, the chicken wing rolls, fucking incredible.
Gas, bro.
Gas. So it's just a great place, man.
Super, yeah, it really is, man. It really is. And with that being said, like, how has some of these friendships really affected your own music career, other than, you know, seeing them in public, getting that "yo, you're slick" type deal going on? Meaning, what type of people have you met through going to these types of venues and just showing up in general? Just, you know, what type of connections?
Like, even if I'm not playing.
Yeah,
dude, you meet all types of cats in the scene. The people who I love or like I really remember the most are those that were honest, and I could, you know, when they're honest. You know what I mean? They're not the ones that come up and are like, "Oh my God, you fucking changed my life," or blah blah blah, this and that. Like, I do appreciate that a lot. I appreciate those, but I like those that come up and they're like, you almost had it, or like, you know what I mean? Like, you second guess yourself on this moment, type of thing. Yeah, I appreciate that, because I am such a like self-critiquer, to the point where I don't even have equipment. Like, I have Technics, but I don't even have like a Pioneer board or nothing. I like to, after sets, I like to go home and visualize my set, visualize every transition, and just kind of you know, reflect on every moment and see how I capture the moment here, or what I could have done better over here. And that's just been my process since I started.
For sure. And how would, like, diving right into that, like, how would you really describe your working style as far as ethic goes?
My work ethic is, I would say, like, I'm not necessarily a natural born hustler, but I've definitely like learned the ability to hustle. Definitely networking is one of my strong suits. I know how to not only meet people but link people together, and just the overall love for the music, man. That's just what kept me going, kept me passionate, kept me motivated, just following the vision, following the vibe. Like, I just, my whole thing with the music thing is all centered around like sound healing, in all essence. And for me, that starts with who's putting out the music, right? With the DJ. And the energy that's going on with the DJ. If you got good going on in your life, and you got positive energy flowing through you, it's just gonna flow throughout the crowd. But if you got all this other back shit going on, it can be a hindrance to the mind, which can get in the way, you know, down the road in other ways. So, Yeah, man.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, no, I definitely
This
feel
blood's hitting.
you. Yeah, he said that blunt is smacking. For sure, for sure. And with that being said, you know, you kind of explained your work ethic there a little bit. How long are you usually spending on one track, or are you making multiple at a time?
Some tracks, I'll like me and my buddy Jay, Silent J, have a Zoo remix that we came up with in like a couple hours. Sometimes I sit with tracks for weeks, still sitting with them or whatever. Um, I haven't been huge on putting a bunch of tracks out up to this point. So I'm basically just stacking up my library.
Yeah, just so you can
just as
release
many
it when it's
originals and
ready.
remixes as I can.
Yeah, honestly, building the hype is some of the best things you can do. You know what I mean? It's a great marketing tactic.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, that's why I got into DJing first. Looking at like the online, music game with numbers and stuff like that, I realized at an early age that nobody's gonna listen to your stuff if they don't know who you are. And that's kind of the perspective that I took with it as far as becoming a DJ. Like I wanted to establish my name, as get my name out there, get people knowing who I am, at least in Arizona. And then once I start really putting out music, those 2,000 plays or whatever, those are meaningful. I know that people that come out, and that's how it expands from there, is word of mouth, in my opinion. But
yeah,
like true organic growth. But
straight up, bro. Yeah, straight up. Honestly, like even most producers, like nowadays, like bigger producers say that if you want to give me a demo, come to one of my shows and put it on a flash drive instead of emailing me it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
yeah, they get flooded. They get flooded nowadays. Everybody wants to be a DJ.
Exactly, and it's like the same thing. You know what I mean?
But that goes back to networking. What I was talking about. That's how you get ahead. Like, you want to know the key? Face-to-face interaction, and don't go there expecting anything. Don't go to any show expecting to get booked. Nothing like that. Go and make friends. Go and meet people. Go and enjoy the vibe, and see if that's even a show that you want to play for.
Exactly, 100%, 100%. Well, that's gonna wrap up that little segment right there. Let's slap into another Lime Time.
All right.
I see these questions in here. Everybody, all the friends in the comments, if you have any questions for myself or Slick here, you know what to do. Slap them in the box. If you had a question in the comments and it didn't get answered, don't be afraid to put it in the box. I will answer it. We will answer it for sure. Mo Raven wants to know, favorite Shady moment?
Probably the Thanksgiving show when we had like 30 freaking DJs on one night. It was me, Lev, Medicine Mike, Tone Low, and a couple other cats. But I only played like 4 songs, but it definitely, like, if you want to talk about Shady Park as a family, just imagine what it was like the day after Thanksgiving, I think 2019. It was just a vibe, and that was probably one of my favorite Shady moments, other than the first time I played there. Obviously, I was scared. I was shaking in my fucking shoes.
Yeah, Friendsgiving at Shady sounds amazing. Honestly. Grace here wants to know, Bob's Burgers or Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty all day. Yeah, I kind of find Bob's Burgers a little boring, I'm not gonna lie.
I do too. I'm not. Yeah, like, I appreciate the dry humor, but Rick is just another level.
It's just boring. Yeah,
Morty.
True. You can't get on that level.
I'm trying.
Let's see if I have any questions slapped in these comments that I missed real quick.
Question box right here.
Questions. Let's get them in, people. Let's get them in. Here we go. No, I don't see any. All right. I'll just go back into some that I have for you myself, man. People starting out may question like what equipment and like what equipment would be good to start with. What was the first piece that you started with, and what do you recommend to people to start with? I mean, like
Um,
mixing wise, you know.
yeah. My opinion, man, like this has been my attitude about it. Like, all right, let me answer that first because I have a hard time answering questions sometimes. The best equipment to practice on is whatever you feel like is right for you. So that might be the 200 little DJM, mixer board. That might be spending $1,000 on a 4-channel mixer. That might be spending 10 G's on some CDJs. Um, I learned the first time I ever touched faders, turntables. It was Technics. I learned from like a little bit from my uncle growing up, and then going to school at Scottsdale Community. So I learned on vinyl first. Moved to the little $250 board when I was up in Flagstaff. Just trying to practice, just trying to learn, and then from there, I literally like have had this attitude of like I don't care what equipment it is, as long as I got a flash drive with as long as it has the capability of me plugging in my flash drive, I'll be able to figure it out and get it down. And that's really kept me on my toes because that was something that Laidback Luke would preach is like practice DJing with like your speakers in different spots or like your setup in different ways because you don't ever know what type of situation you're going to come into at the club or at the venue where it's just going to be uncomfortable. So I've always kind of had this like be uncomfortable kind of mindset and then ease my way in from there.
For sure, yeah. You kind of got to get outside that comfort box sometimes, is what it says.
But I will give this is $1 million advice right here, and people will laugh at me for saying this, but it helped me tremendously, and I have other homies that will agree. If you have no money and you want to DJ and you have a computer, go download Virtual DJ and sit there with your mouse and mix in each song, click play, click pause, all of that. And if you can get that down, you can out DJ most of the people out here, no problem. Because I got to the point where I could sit here and mix for hours with just my mouse. And then once you kind of understand that, it's like easier to go. It's easier to use 2 hands than one. You know what I mean? So, but to break it down to its most like simplistic form, I would say just do that. If you care to, you will learn so much so quick. And get to the point where you'll feel so confident on any type of equipment that you'll just be like, oh, this is whatever.
Yeah. And what was the name of that again?
Just Virtual DJ. It's just a
Virtual
free
DJ. Okay.
It's just a free DJ software that gets made fun of a lot, but it works.
It works.
It's awesome.
It works. I think so. I think my homie Hunter actually used that when he was starting out and shit. But there was a couple of late questions from the last line time that didn't get answered here. Taylor Lena wants to know, did you play any instruments growing up? I think we did talk about that at the beginning of the show, but go ahead and let her know.
I play electric piano, and then that's really it.
That's really it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one more. What's up, Jeff? How's it going? Lexi Monique wants to know, what is your best life advice?
Man, just like first of all, figure out what it is that you want to do and who and the person that you want to be. And then second of all, do everything you can to work towards that. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people our age, I mean, I'm only 23. I'm assuming you're around my age. A lot of people our age, they're in a position of getting out of college right now. And they don't know what to do because they went and did whatever their parents wanted them to do or whatever the case is. not that that's bad at all, because I believe in education and everything like that. But I think that it's such a hinder because they now have to wait till now to really have a chance at figuring out what they want to do for them. You know, like that, I might have been in some shitty situations as a result of wanting to be a DJ, but I kept true to what I wanted to do, and I kept true to the vision, and I've never felt more free in my life, just because I really figured out what it is that I wanted, and then I've just attacked it full on since then. People have plenty of doubters. People have tried to get in my way, anything like that, and you know that's gonna happen. It's just being able to.
You just gotta stay committed.
Stay committed, but it's all about shifting degree of focus. Like sometimes you just need a single shifted degree to really get around an obstacle, and yourself, honestly. Be yourself to the fullest potential so you can be happy, so the world can be happy, and we can make everyone else happy.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Can't make anyone else happy, but if
Yeah.
we're all happy,
Couldn't have
all
said
of
it.
us will be happy together.
For real. Weird Flex wants to know, how have you dealt with stage nervousness?
With what?
Stage nervousness.
Breathing techniques, meditation. I'm a visualizer. One of my favorite Kanye lines, before I had it, I closed my eyes and imagined it. And some of the best like athletes in the world, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, they used to sit before the game and literally go through the game mentally together, to the point of how many yards that they were going to get each, how many touchdowns they were going to get each, and they would go out on the field and they would execute accordingly. And that's kind of been my process. I go up with my intentions and the vibe that stay as grounded as possible. And for me, that's meditation and that's visualization. I go out, I sit. I usually spend some time with myself before I leave or before my set, and just kind of get myself in my zone. And that for me, by the time I get on a stage, I'm already in my zone. I'm already in where I need to be in order to execute. And I just had a no bullshit, no excuses attitude about it all. So that's definitely what's helped me with stage fright, because that is a real thing, and I still get it. I still get nervous. But honestly, I think that if you don't, then you're not doing it. You're not doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're always going to be nervous about presenting anything that you truly love, I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there was one more in here. Melissa wants to know, what does the next level look like for you?
Mom, that's the Melissa whose birthday it is. Shout out to Mom.
Oh, hey, Mom. Happy birthday.
I love you, Mom. The next level for me, definitely getting a MacBook, just to get all my stuff more organized, and just something with enough processing power to withhold, all my VSTs and plugins and blah, blah, blah. And just, I'm working currently. I'm starting a company, doing pool service, and just continuing to stay happy, stay healthy, and honestly waiting for COVID to be over, because this thing fucking sucks.
Yeah, dude. I feel you on that one.
100%. I was, and it's important that she's asking that, because since I started this, I'd always tell her, Mom, just trust me. 2020, that's going to be my year. Trust me, I feel it deep in my heart. And it started off so strong with Gem and Jam and the DJ competition and whatever. and then fucking COVID hits out of nowhere, and we're all under lockdown.
Yeah.
And that was very, very hard for me to kind of get back out of, because I had so much faith in and just believing that 2020 was going to be my year. But you know, I've also came to the realization now that it's still my, you know, it's still my time. It's just on hold for right now.
And
So
honestly, like, I don't really think that it's really on hold, because you yourself have been featured on a lot of live streams too. This is what I have to tell Lance all the time, is that the live streams are what's keeping you guys all alive, like still presenting yourself out there, getting new listeners to your sound, you know what I mean?
yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
It ain't easy doing live streams and stuff like that. We still get nervous for live streams.
Hell yeah.
It just ain't the same. Like, you don't get to read a crowd. You don't.
Yeah, I know. It's hard, man. I get
You
that.
don't really get to read comments while you're doing it. Like, you know what I mean? But the thing I love about the EDM scene is that, especially for a while there, DJs were really the only ones really caring enough to continue to put the music out there, live stream wise. Like, you never seen any rappers or, you know, bands really live streaming for their fans, and DJs were doing it left and right, you know, just to try and stay relevant. And that to me just shows like how much love is not only in for the music but for the fans. And in all honesty, like that's what keeps me going. That we're and just doing anything I can to stay level, stay strong through COVID, man. Like, it's tough, but stay away from people, especially ones that you feel are sick. And like, our numbers are going down, which is good. So we'll see how things work out. But
yeah, they say it should be pretty normal by July. They're looking at, but who knows? You know what I mean? Can't really like you know, get your hopes up too high.
July would be tight.
Yeah.
July would be tight. I just keep imagining like the first Shady show back, or like, you know, the first show at Sunbar back.
But it's gonna blow off the joint.
Yeah, it's gonna be Shiba-san, Chris Lake, Fisher. It's gonna be all the big names.
Yeah. It's gonna be popping for sure, man.
Yeah.
And with that being said, man, what's been your most like memorable live stream you played yet throughout all of this? Well, like the most meaningful to you, at least.
Well, I got to shout out Gestalt Theory first and foremost for what they have been doing.
Mm-hmm. And shout out Melrose too; they're killing it.
And Melrose, of course.
Yeah.
Melrose. Lance has been doing some live streaming. Blossom's been doing some live streaming. Like, anybody that's doing it independently too, like, shouts out to you. I give you all of the respect, because it's hard for me just to show up to a set, let alone live stream every week. No, I'm just playing. But Gestalt Theory really has put something together for us that is, you know, there's nothing like it, not only out here, but mostly anywhere, unless you go to like an Insomniac or whatever. Like an Insomniac warehouse. And their production, their professionalism is just, it's on point. So shouts out to Gestalt Theory. Also, my boy Frank Terry in Alaska, with Melrose House. They are beauties. I ain't got to say much about that. But they kill it, and they've been working so hard to, you know, in their case, they don't even care about relevancy. They care about the fans. They care about the music.
They care about keeping it alive, man.
They care about keeping it alive 100%, and that's why I hold them so close to my heart. I love those two to death, and you know, shouts out to Melrose House, most definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Big shouts. Yeah, that's kind of gonna wrap up like kind of everything that I wanted to really talk to you about tonight. Let's slap into one more Lime Time. Since we did start late, we're gonna give it 5 more minutes. And during this Lime Time, I'm gonna allow you to promote anything that you got coming out soon, where we can, maybe another live stream we could see you on soon. anything that you have to promote for yourself, go ahead right now. And all the friends in the comments, go ahead and blast those questions.
Anything I have to promote? Just be safe. Be safe. Be yourself.
Safe, yeah,
I'm always
100%.
working on music. I'm always doing all of that stuff. I'm planning on flying down to Puerto Rico to go shoot a little like live stream on the beach next month in April. So that's about the only thing I have coming up. I don't really stay too busy with gigs these days, and anything like that. Just be on the lookout. You know, I'm one of those, like, when I put it out, you know, it'll pop out.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, be on the lookout. Stay tuned. You can follow him on Instagram at Slick Floyd if you haven't already. Other than that, what I got to promote is next week I'm interviewing Echo Nova right here on the Rave Hard channel.
That's the man right there too.
Yeah, that is the boy. Shout out Echo Nova. After that, I got like I said, I got a rap EP that's dropping. It's a freestyle EP. I just haven't dropped it yet. I keep saying I'm gonna drop it.
You got an EP?
Yeah, a little EP.
You got an EP? Let's go.
But
Let's go.
Other than that, yeah, man. Thanks for coming on. L's in the chat for Slick Floyd, guys. You've been, honestly, that hour felt like 10 minutes.
I know. I was just thinking that. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you do. You support not only Phoenix, you know, artists, but you're allowing a platform for us to be able to speak our voice a little bit and to get to know us a little bit outside of, you know, Instagram or posts or just interactions in real life. I support what you're doing. I like it a lot, and I appreciate you for having me on.
Bro, thank you so much. That's a huge compliment, honestly. Thank you. And thank you again for being here. That was really fun, honestly.
Yeah, it was tight.
All the L's are going up in the chat. So
I hope to meet you someday when all this blows over, and we'll definitely we'll put some in the air, dude.
That's what I'm saying. You got to come down to Tucson. I honestly, next year, I think, or not actually this year in September, I'm probably going to be moving up to Phoenix anyways. So a little bit of a transition. So
do it, dude. I do it. Everybody that I know that lives in Tucson or Flagstaff at some point or another, they end up out here in Phoenix. It's just, it's the place to be. I love Tucson though. Shouts out to Tucson. I love Tucson, but Phoenix is also.
I love Tucson too, man. It's just like a lot of opportunity, a lot more opportunity.
A lot more opportunity. But yeah, get out here, bro. Let's work.
He's like, get out here, bro.
Let's work. I'll make. Do you produce too or no?
No, I've dabbled around a little bit with it, but not right now. No.
Cool. Well, we'll link up. I'll give you some pointers. Maybe make a couple beats for you.
Oh yeah, bro, that'd be tight.
Let's get it rolling.
I'm down, super down. Well, I'm gonna end that on that note right there, guys. Thanks to all the people that stayed with us the whole hour. Thank you again, Slick Floyd. This has been amazing. Lime out.